All right, I wanted to show you how to do this folder. It's called Who Are These New Explorers? The folder is broken into two parts. The first part is the part that talks about the technological developments that shaped European exploration. That's how and why they came to the New World. These are the resources you're going to use, and this is where you're going to submit the first project. It's pretty short, the first part. The second part is to investigate the motives of the European explorers. That's the second part. Part 2, you're going to read about why the Europeans came to the New World. Here's the resources you're going to use to do your project, and then here's where you're going to submit it. Also, there'll be a language arts grade given for this assignment, both really. It's the standard you're proving is draw evidence from literary or informational texts to support analysis, reflection, and research. You're going to know you're done, basically, when you submit your commercial script, you submit your commercial storyboard, you submit 3 pictures that prove the motives of the explorers. So let's get started with the first part. Remember, I like to right-click and open in a new tab. All right, page 1 always talks about your project. To complete this part, you'll need to submit 2 things, a script and a storyboard. You can find all the resources you need here. So I right-click it and I open in a new tab. It's right up here. All right, resources. It says you're going to need to make a commercial. I will help you make the commercial. If you want me to make it for you, I can, but your 2 jobs are to make a script and a storyboard. Bottom line, if you want to also make the commercial after you submit that, we can talk about that later. I would love to have your help to make it. I want to make these commercials so I can use them for the kids next year and the year after that and the year after that. You get to pick the intent behind your commercial. You can either have a commercial to sell a new piece of technology that will help explorers while also explaining and insulting the old technology. This chapter talks about technology like the compass or the astrolabe or map making. So if you're going to pick a new invention that explorers can use to explore new lands, that's fine. I don't mind if you even put GPS in there. But the whole point of the commercial is to prove that you read about the astrolabe and the compass. So in the commercial, you've got to kind of pick on that old technology and say, oh, the astrolabe does this and it does it this way. That way I know you read the section. Another way you could do the commercial is to encourage non-explorers to explore because of the new technological advancements. So you could say, you guys need to go out there and explore. They've got all this new stuff to keep you from getting lost. There's the astrolabe, it does this and this and this and this. There's the compass, it does this and this and this. That way you prove to me you read the section because you have it in your commercial. I put this video in here for you. It shows you how to make a good commercial. There's a lot of good tips. It also has a sales pitch at the end. Just disregard that. If you click here, right-click it, it shows you how to make a storyboard. So if you've never made a storyboard before, it gives you some really good tips. Go right down here, storyboarding. Shows you draw the pictures, you write the stage notes, and the scene sketches. It gives you some good tips. So, coming back here, let's look at the resources I attached to this assignment. All right, we've got the rubric and we've got the storyboard template. So let's open them both up. The rubric, remember, is what you need to open and mark with like a highlighter or something like that to see if you did everything that's expected of you. It takes a second to download. Boo. I'll open this while the storyboard downloads. It tells you if you got a good grade. It tells you all the tips. So you enable the editing, and at the top you have the standards. We already talked about that. You're going to write a script and a storyboard for an early explorer commercial. And the 2 intents we talked about, you'll either encourage non-explorers to explore or you'll sell a piece of new technology. This is a checklist that you're going to use to see if you're done. This is an example of a script that I wrote. It's not finished. This is just an example so you know how to write like stage direction and emotions and stuff like that. It says, scene opens with a sad young man sitting in the dirt. Sad violin music is playing in the background. Joey says, what's wrong, Sam? Sam replies, wiping tears from his cheek. I'm sad. I'm done with my education and I don't know what to do with my life. Joey says, have you ever considered becoming an explorer for the Queen? Sam says. "No way. That's not going to make my situation any easier. All I need is to be lost at sea until I die of hunger." Joey, "No, no, no. You haven't heard about the new inventions that are making explorers." Echo effect on voice. "Rich beyond our wildest dreams." Sam, confused, then curious. "No, tell me more." This is just an example. It's not a full script. Down here you've got the rubric. So you can go through and highlight what you think you did so you can estimate what your score might be. Like, my clarity's not so good, so we're going to put that here, and then you can add up your score ahead of time. Read this carefully. I'm going to note here it says stealing work will earn you a 0 in this section, and that will bring your grade down a whole lot. So don't copy and paste from the chapter or from the internet. Back to the storyboard. The storyboard looks like this. You are to draw in the box. You can use Microsoft Paint and copy and paste into those boxes. If you need to just do it on a piece of paper, you can do that too. Take a photo with your phone and send it on in. And you put little notes down here about what's happening in the picture. Make sure it's clear, make sure it's neat. Those are the big ones. So those are all the resources you need to do the project. So you click next page. Remember, you're supposed to take notes so you can do the project. This talks about the astrolabe. You take notes on that. Next page. Talks about the compass. Next page. And yeah, that's not set up properly. When you're done taking notes on the reading, you're going to submit your assignment here. You click down at the bottom and add submission, and you add your files like I've shown you before. And then you're going to move on to the next section of reading. I hope that helps. Please email me or call me if you need any more help.